Sailor Papa Man here, just relaxing. Belated St. Patty's Day. Got caught up. I've been a couple of times to the St. Patrick's Day Parade in New York. Very beautiful. You know? Years ago, before I knew I had DNA, Irish have 3%, which is equivalent to two ancestors. 17th century. Came over from, I think it's during the potato famine, 17th or 18th century. Came over. The 17th century. You know, it seems like this is random thoughts. Historical. In the history of the world, there have been human migration because of natural disasters, earthquakes, tidal waves, tsunamis. People have had to abandon islands. Supposedly, Atlantis was abandoned before it was destroyed, and those people were scattered throughout the world. We know the history of Noah's Ark, right? People have migrated throughout Africa. People have migrated. The Indians migrated. Supposedly over the Bering Strait, migrated into the Americas, migrated to South America. So there's always been migration. Even by sea, the Polynesians had to migrate from west to east, and possibly the other way from Latin America. There's always been human migration, whether because of tragedy, natural disasters, because of wars. We're seeing now the result of this war between the Ukraine and Russia migrations. At first Poland was taking them in, and Moldova and other countries. Now human migration brings with it economic problems, ecological problems, food shortage, water shortage. Without realizing, you're letting, population 1 million, 2 million, it's going to change the face of your country. You know, I remember, and this is just fact. I'm not speaking in terms of racism. I don't really care. For white lives matter, black lives matter. I believe all lives matter. So what I'm about to say, I don't want you to get this the wrong way. There was a time that Mid-America was mostly Caucasian, what we call light-skinned people. And this past century, from the Korean War on, from my understanding, okay, I might not be historically correct in everything, but from what I saw during my lifetime, it was predominantly, people that settled that were German, Irish, Scottish, in Iowa, Montana, the Dakotas, Anglo-Saxon origin, English origin, Welsh origin. And they were basically what we consider quote-unquote third world people, or Asiatic people, or Muslim people weren't in the Midwest or Big Sky country. And when I was a kid and we were studying social study, I looked at Mr. Lasky, who was my great social studies teacher, history, He always recommended me books to read. And I told Mr. Lasky, other people are going to come to America. And he told me, but people in the Midwest, this is how he said, people in the Midwest and some parts of America are going to have a hard time dealing with it, because that means that culturally, sometimes different cultures clash. I said, well, I didn't understand. I said, what do you mean? He says, in your school right now, there's a huge wave of Latinos coming from there that don't know how to speak English. So now the education system has to adapt to try to integrate them, which then causes economic woes. You have to spend more money for more textbooks, for bilingual teachers, for bilingual programs. And so some people don't like that, especially from what he said. I think he was a liberal. He said Republicans don't like that. And we're seeing now human migration, how that's affecting food. People don't realize worldwide, not in America yet, worldwide, there's food shortage. When you're talking about it too much, the bread basket of the world, I know it, just a few of us that we started, is going to be, maybe in the next 50 years, going to be the Caribbean islands. You have the perfect temperature to practically grow every fruit, every vegetable that you could think of. The climate is steady. It might be steady for the next 10, 15 years. We'll still be up in the 80 degrees. Right now, 75, which is cold. But even in 75 degree weather, you can grow. Growth is. Why I brought that up? You got 3.5 million Ukrainians entering Europe. And they're already Muslims in Europe, Islamic. And they're saying, yeah, they're taking them in. Some people are saying they're taking them in because they're white Christian. And so they were being overrun by Muslims, Islamic fundamentalists. The countries like Denmark, Norway, Germany, France. So a lot of people in power say, well, okay, 1 million, that'll override whatever Muslim, whatever Arabic people come, wherever Turkish people come. It's just, for me, it's the way people think. It's never just humanitarian, it's always some other reason. It's political reason, social reason, cultural. It's never out of love. Just random thoughts for today. Piper the Sailor, Sailor the Piper Man. Signing, have a great day. Smoke up. I'm here with my Rossi and my Captain Black. Just taking it easy today. Gonna watch some basketball. I'm thinking I'll probably put other random thoughts tonight. On world religion, how that has affected us just as much as so-called global warming.